a special guest commentator. A man who has 5 World Championship medals. He also holds the record as the longest time between the first and the last medal. Only one man has more medals in the men's singles discipline. Lindan has 6 medals. Peter Gader, the man sitting beside me, has 5 medals. Welcome, Peter. You're looking forward to this men's doubles?
Thank you so much. For sure. This could be the final. I think that the winner of this match will have a very good shot at winning the gold medal tomorrow. These are 2 of the best men's doubles pairs on the circuit.
Yes, I think you echo a number of people's opinion on that, because the number of people who have said to me, what a shame these 2 pairs are meeting in the semi-final and not on finals day. But we should make mention of the fact that once again we've got 4 different nations involved in semi-final. It is only the mixed doubles where that has not happened. It is the first time in the history of the World Championships where we've had 4 disciplines with 4 different nations represented in the semi-final stage. And actually the men's doubles is the only discipline where the defending champions did not make it through to the semi-final stage. But the world number 1s, here they are, Lee Yong-dae and Yu Young-sung, beaten finalists. And that was a surprise in Copenhagen, losing out to Go Seung-kyu and Shin Bet-chul. Indonesian fans show their appreciation for the former world champions Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan. Hendra Setiawan, of course, a 2-time world champion, won the title with Marcus Kido back in 2007 in Kuala Lumpur. Also a former Olympic champion, but so is Lee Yong-dae, but that was in the mixed doubles, so he's a versatile young man, is Lee Yong-dae.
Well, Lee Yong-dae is, for me, one of the best doubles players on the circuit for many, many years. Korea has a very proud tradition of making great men's doubles players, and he is for sure one of them. I also think that he is the one who could make the difference for the Koreans today. If he's on top, if he's doing, you know, these extraordinary things that he can do, I think the Koreans will have quite a good shot at it. But they're up against a pair who are at home, they are extremely dangerous. Even though we've seen, I think, some weaknesses from the Indonesians during the week, this is, you know, when they go on court here in this stadium, they feel at home.
Yeah. Well, the Indonesians, there has been 1 or 2 worries about Mohamed Hassan and his back and whether he's moving properly. But there is Lee Yong-dae. He is 26 years of age, and as you can see, he's world number 1. They first achieved world number 1 status a year and a day ago. There you go. It's the 15th today, is it? Of August? I think it's a year and 1 day. There's his partner, a 28-year-old Yu Young-sung. And of course, Korea, you're talking about their tradition in men's doubles. 17 medals in men's doubles, 4 times gold. And this pair, well, they've come to the World Championships, their win-loss record for the year, 3 finals from 7 tournaments, and look at that. They really have not been troubled. And that includes the quarter-final against the number 5 seeds, Fu Haifeng and Zhang Nan. And lots of people thought that that Chinese pair would possibly win the gold medal. They disposed of them very well indeed. So here is Mohamed Hassan, the 27-year-old from Palembang in South Sumatra. His partner, Hendra Setiawan, is 30 years of age, although he's going to turn 31 in 10 days' time. Current world number 3s, they have been world number 1s. And, of course, they won that gold medal in Guangzhou at the World Championships, beating fellow Danes. Your teammates, Matthias Bo and Carsten Morgensen, had to withdraw from the World Championships last year as the number 1 seed.
Ready to play.
Mohamed Hassan with that ongoing back injury. There he is. Well, they've had indifferent form. You've already alluded to that. Now, you're the performance director in France now, and look at that first-round match against Karem Manlabar, who obviously coached very well in that. 3 games. What was the secret? I'll find out more in a minute. Here we go. It's the 10th meeting between these 2 pairs. That's quite a lot, considering that Lee Yong-dae and Yu Young-sung only formed their partnership at the end of 2013. Of the previous 9 meetings, well, the Koreans have won 6 of them, including the last, which was the final of the Asian Championships, as we look at our court officials. But they had to save 2 match points in the second game before coming through the Koreans. So I think this is one of the matches. We've had some great matches today, but this could be the match of the day.
It surely could be. Even though, as you say, it's been a long day and this is the last match, you can see that everyone here at the stadium, they are fired up for what they're going to see now.
Muhammad Hassan and Hendra Setiawan, Indonesia.
Yeah. No doubt who the fans are with. And rightly
And
so.
on my left, Lee Yong-dae, Yu Young-sung, Korea. Muhammad Hassan to serve to Lee Yong-dae. Love all. Play.
So the former world champions, the number 3 seeds, Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan, nearest to us, getting the second semi-final of the men's doubles underway. You know, Peter, you were talking about Lee Yong-dae and possibly being one of the best men's doubles players ever. His net play and his reading of the game at the front of the court, I think, is just incredible.
For me, he's got the whole package. He can do everything in the doubles, and he's got the ability of changing under pressure, doing the right things under pressure. He is, and at the same time, you know, you always see him supporting his partner. You always see him being there, no matter how his partner is performing. For me, he's a great personality and a great player.
Yeah, he's a huge star. I know that in Korea. Oh, look at that power smash from Yu Young-sung.
2-1.
That said, I mean, I have to say that I'm also a huge fan of Hendra Setiawan and his control at the front of the court. So I think we've got this intriguing match here with 2 of the best, probably all-time front court players.
You could say that. I still think there's quite some difference on the players. Setiawan is like the player he knows exactly what his abilities are, and he's going for them 100%. That's how he plays this game, where I see Lee Yong-dae being more a complete player. But we're talking small differences here, and I think in this match you're going to see the Indonesians going for, you know, the first 2-3 shots in each rally. They want to control like they're doing here, and they want to keep this attack.
Good rally. Oh, goodness, well.
Oh, what a shot.
Well, slight confusion there between the Koreans. I was just admiring Lee Yong-dae's superb shot across court. Look at this.
These kind of rallies is exactly what the Koreans were like. You see the Indonesians are working really hard for the points, and the Koreans, they are, even though they lose the rally, they are controlling most of it, and I don't think the Indonesians, they want too many of these.
Oh my goodness.
Service over. 4-2.
Well, I have noticed that Mohamed Hassan has got strapping on his right knee that I don't think he had earlier in the tournament. Is that right?
He had the strapping also in the beginning, but there has, as you mentioned earlier, there has been a lot of talk. Is he 100% or is he lacking? Even though he may be lacking a few percent, he is still extremely dangerous. And as I said before, I think the Indonesians know what they have to do to win this. Whether they can do against the Koreans, that's the question.
Oh, my goodness. I very nearly got it back. He had no right to really get anywhere near that defensive shot.
3-4.
The one thing I do notice with the Koreans, though, is that they are terribly far back in their defensive stance. And I sometimes think if opponents could just block the shot. But I suppose they're so quick, they're able to deal with it anyway.
You're right that they are quite on the back of the court, and sometimes in the defense, I think you will see them sometimes move more forward. But they're extremely fast, and they will still cover the front shots as well. already we are seeing kind of the concept of the game so far, that the Indonesians are in attack and the Koreans are defending.
And that's what you expected?
That's what I expected. Whether the Indonesians are able to keep on working hard in their offense, that's going to be could be the difference here. The Koreans, I think the match so far is going pretty as they expected.
Director in France, you oversee all disciplines, and all you coaches keep telling me about the serve return and third shot and the importance of that in doubles, and you're already seeing that very much in this match.
It is so extremely important in the doubles category, and you know, the pair that comes out of this situation, the first 2-3 shots will be dominating the rally. And especially in a stadium like this, where it's not that easy to use the backcourt, you've got a lot of drift on court, and you cannot be in defense too much. And even though the Koreans may be, you know, together with the Danes, maybe the best defensive pair in the world today, they still need to be in the offensive sometimes. And you will see it's not easy for them, because Setuan and Hassan, they are doing whatever they can to control the first 2-3 shots of the rally.
Yeah. Yeah, now that was clever, the drop shot, because he was far back. Oh, goodness.
Service over.
Lovely.
6-7.
You know, most of us mere mortals, having defended backhands, would have got all in a tangle trying to play that forehand defence, but not Lee Yong-dae. Look at that. Beautiful.
Well, if you look at him when he's in defense, his balance, his body position, racket position, everything is just top-notch.
He's quite low in his defensive stance, isn't he? He crouches down low, and, you know, he's got those bent knees. I see some players are very upright. He gets down low, and presumably that's so he can change direction.
His center of gravity is so low, and when you are that low, you know, your balance is really great.
Yeah.
I think a lot of players could learn from that.
Service over. 7-8.
That's such a good serve.
Service over. 9-7.
This is a good start for the Indonesians. I think Hassan looks, you know, he looks very determined, very focused today. If he can get his game going, it could be really important. You see once again, the first 2 or 3 rapid shots in the rallies are so crucial. And the Indonesians, they know exactly what to do to win these rallies. So the Koreans need to get, you know, get the game going a bit more than they do right now.
Point advantage at mid-game interval. Look, it was all sort of off balance, but still control of the racket head to play that beautiful shot. So, very, very good start by the Indonesians. Only 9 minutes to get to the mid-game interval. Well, thinking back to when Mohamed Hassan won his first World Championship.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Coach, please. Mohamed,
12 years between your first and your 5th That's extraordinary. Keeping fit for that long and keeping at that elite level for that long. Amazing.
11-7. Play.
So if you were Kang Kyun-jin, the Korean coach right now,
they need to control the, the serve receive situation a bit more and get out of it. Put more pressure without risking too much. And that's the balance that is extremely difficult to find for the Koreans. But I'm sure you're going to see them be even more aggressive.
On the return of serve,
on the return of serve, yes.
Okay.
You also see the Indonesians, they got the confidence now. They got a good start, they got the confidence. And when Asana Seswan has got the confidence, they are extremely difficult to get the game going against. So they're going to risk, and be extremely sharp on the first couple of shots in each rally. And get the attack and go for it. Well good.
Well, it is impressive so far. Know that the shuttle was going to be there and got his racket in the right position at the right time.
9-13.
Is that all instinctive or do you coach it?
Sorry, I didn't...
Yeah, I was asking whether a player being able to intercept at the net like that, whether it is something a player is born with and it's just instinctive, or whether you as a coach can... I mean, I'm sure you can improve every area of the player's game.
The way of, reading the game, the way of your racket moving as fast as possible, it takes years of practice. And some of it is, and these players, it's natural reflexes. And they are extremely fast with their racket.
Every opportunity to get on the attack. That's good, isn't it?
You see, it's simply impossible for the Koreans in the flat game, in the net game, to go around the two Indonesians. They're covering the net so well. So if they keep on doing this, I don't know, I think maybe they will go a bit more in defense, but in this stadium it's not easy to be in the defense. So that's why they're still trying to get control of this front court.
Now the luck of the net ball for Lee Yong-dae.
11-15.
In a way, he created his own luck there.
Run is over. 16-11.
You can feel on the two Koreans there. They know what is coming. They knew that, but they're not able to do anything about it, and it makes them a bit frustrated. And even though both of them are very experienced, they still don't like that they haven't got, the better part of this, first game.
16.
Yeah, I wonder.
If they can catch up now.
I wonder how much the psychology of the fact that Lee Yong-dae has won 5 World Championship medals, 3 times the silver medalist, 2 times the bronze medalist. Yoo Young-sun was a silver medalist not only last year with his current partner, but also in London in 2011 with Go Sung-hyun. And the fact that, well, it's probably a bit of a sore subject with you because you've had so many World Championship medals and never the gold, but,
Thank you for reminding me.
I do apologise. I'd started, I had to finish. Does that affect them, the
13,
Koreans, and perhaps
16.
make them more frustrated? You talked about them getting frustrated and the psychology of what's gone at previous World Championships.
Oh, it could, in Yoo Young-sung's mind, it could play a role.
Thank you.
It could do something to him.
Andrew.
But I'm sure they talked about this before the game. And Lee, as I mentioned before, Lee Young-dae is extremely good in supporting his partners all the way through. And he knows that he needs to be the stable one in this. He needs to be there for him all the way through and give him the confidence to do what they have to do to win the match. This is exactly what the Koreans would like. These rallies that goes beyond,
16.
Number 4 and 5 shot, and they keep on moving the Indonesians on the court. That's the rallies they want.
And especially moving Mohamed Hassan from side to side. Here he is on the forehand. They whip it cross court. So if there is an injury problem, they're trying to make him twist and turn.
Yes. But it's not, when things are moving so fast in the men's doubles, it's not like you can exclude the one and only go for one person. The speed is so fast that you can do it in some parts of the game, and that's surely what they're trying to do. But you cannot always do that.
Okay, yeah.
So just 2 points adrift now. World number ones. Brilliantly put away.
If Setyewan gets in at the net, it's extremely difficult to get it past him. He's covering the court so well. You see, he's just looking for the right one. That's a good block. And there's the opportunity there.
And it's extraordinary because he doesn't seem to move much, does he? But he's always in the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
Service over.
Well, they weathered the storm, the Koreans, under severe pressure.
15-17.
And that's the style that you've been talking about. Quite happy with that. And then suddenly the counter-attack.
Yeah. Play, please. You?
But you see on the last few serve and returns, the Koreans gave away the attack and just be in defense from the beginning. Let's see if they're going to do this once again. They didn't.
16-17.
Oh, that's well taken. That's very well taken. Just 1 point in it now.
Play, please. Service over. 18-16.
Well, the Indonesians sticking to the game plan, trying to get themselves on the attack. Oh, what a good serve. Ken Setyewan say, Mohamed Hassan today has been brilliant in that front court area.
I agree with you. Today he's been really aggressive, really fast, also on the front court. And you see, by no means they're going to give away the attack. They want the attack by all means, even though they are risking a lot, even though they're risking a mistake or two. Now they have a 3-point lead. So that's how they're going to do from now on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
17-19.
Be a costly error.
20,
because
game point.
It means
17.
that the Indonesians have 3 game point opportunities. So they only needed the one opening game to the former world champions, the home favourite, Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan. 21-17 in 21 minutes. And Indonesia still have hopes of having home players involved on finals day at the World Championships. Well, what an intriguing opening game. Fascinating, explosive, dynamic. But the Indonesians more attacking play, and their reward, as you can see, game number 1, 21-17 in 21 minutes. So, Peter, I'm not sure if really the Koreans did anything wrong as such. It was just that the Indonesians were brilliant. Do you try and change the tactics if you're the Koreans right now?
Well, men's doubles like this is all about agreements. It's all about, you know, very few shots, very few decisions that each partner, they need to be totally agree on how to move and what to do. So I'm sure they're gonna talk a lot about what kind of situations are they doing good on the serve return, and what kind of situations are bad. And they're gonna pick, of course, they're gonna pick the good ones and try and use them. But the game changes all the time. It goes back and forth, and the Indonesians are changing, so it's kind of a chess game around the serve.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
For me, I think we're going to see the Indonesians doing exactly what they've been doing so far. Maybe also you're going to see the flick serve going to come in and play a part in some crucial stages during the second set.
Second game.
And then we'll see if the Koreans can get the defense going.
Fascinating.
Play.
And actually, that's a very good point. Have we actually seen a flick serve yet?
I think that we saw one in the early stages from the Indonesians.
Service ball
oh, it's called a fault. I was just about to say, well, there you go.
Service over.
That's why you're performance director, why you're so successful as a player. Knowing exactly what to do. It was the right tactics, but called a fault by the service judge, struck above the waist. I wasn't altogether convinced by the movement of Mohamed Hassan there.
No, but you see, one of the things maybe Hassan will be doing from the back now is hitting these 80% stick smashes, you know, fast ones, instead of doing the 100%. Of course, he's got a very good chance he's going to go for it. But he's going to use the drop shots like this one. He's going to use the stick, and then Setiawan can get in at the net, at the front. And that's where it's so difficult to control the tempo sometimes in this stadium. You want to use the back line, it's the right shot to do, but under these conditions with the drift, is going out.
Yeah.
So
you know, since the Olympics and the long-term partnership of Lee Yong-dae with Jung Jae-sung, of course they were bronze medalists in the London Olympic Games, it's almost as if Korea have been searching for the right partner for Lee Yong-dae. They tried him with Go Sung-kyung. They promptly reached world #1, but they kept losing to this Indonesian pair. Therefore, Korea seemed to think, well, we'll try something different. And I initially thought that Lee Yong-dae playing with Yoo Young-sung was a better combination. But, you know, it's almost sometimes I think that his partner is a little predictable. Am I being a little harsh? I'm always harsh.
They still did some great things together. So it's, for me, it's. I agree with you in some way that Yoo Young-sung may not have this kind of X factor that you need to really produce at the right moments. But whether Lee Yong-dae is good enough and he can pull him through, that's the question.
Yeah.
Service over.
They are trying to be dominating. They're trying to get the attack. But regarding the partnership with Lee Yong-dae, I also think at some stage you need to make a choice, and for Lee Yong-dae it's also a matter of who is feeling good on court with.
Yeah.
And maybe that also played a part.
Service over.
Yes, because I can remember talking to one of the Korean coaches some time ago, and I'm not going to tell you who it is because, you know, that wouldn't be fair. But, you know, I said, why don't you try Lee Yong-dae with Shin Baek-chol, who, of course, won the world title a year ago. And he just smiled at me. He said, different characters, it wouldn't work.
But that is the case with partnerships in the doubles. You need to feel good. You need to feel that there is the right connection, the right level of communication. Having a partnership on court at crucial stages during season after season, it takes a lot.
Yeah.
And you need the right feeling. You need to go into the partnership 100%. If not, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Service over. 5-6.
This is a chance for the Koreans to turn it a bit around instead of the Indonesians always having a lead by 2 or 3 points. Now is the chance to turn it around, and it could be quite crucial.
Yeah, and I thought that was a clever serve as well. Seemed to be aiming towards the left shoulder, just changing the angle slightly. Yeah.
7.
I'm getting the same sense as you, Peter. Opportunity, and the Indonesians know it. They've asked to tell down. The umpire has said no. Jean Cadet from France is our umpire. And I think that was good umpiring too. Oh, he's missed it. It's gone wrong.
8.
Is this the change in momentum?
It could be. It could be.
4 straight points.
On the last couple of rallies, you see Lee Yong-dae having a control of the return from the Indonesians, and they're still keeping the attack. They're still controlling, and they force the Indonesians to do strokes from a not so good position. Return from set to 1.
7-8.
They complement each other, don't they? I thought in the 2013 World Championship final. I thought Mohamed Hassan was playing quicker than I've ever seen him before. And the fact that Hinder Sekiwan has got this control at the front of the court, somebody running around, covering the mid-court area, covering the back of the court, allowing Mohamed Hassan to do what he does best. And it's not that complementary sort of styles of play. It's wonderful to watch.
Well, they are extremely effective. You know, they have one tactic. Of course, there's a lot of nuance, and it's not that simple. But
No,
they want to control the game, and they're going for it 100%. Now they got back into momentum. Winning 3 points in a row.
yeah, there's the communication that you were talking about. Lee Yong-dae still talking to his partner, still encouraging.
Service over.
Wow.
9.
Well done, the Koreans, but one wonders how on earth the Indonesians didn't finish off that rally.
But this is, of course, why these two pairs are so good. They keep coming back, no matter if they're behind, no matter what the score is. They keep on doing and keep on fighting.
That was interesting to me that Lee Yong-dae taking command at the back of the court. Really aggressive play from him from that area too. I suspect sometimes I, like many people, just get so blinkered by how wonderful he is at the front of the court that we forget how good he is at the back of the court as well.
11-9 interval.
It is the Koreans who have the advantage at the mid-game interval on a run of 3 straight points. They have a 2-point advantage, 11-9. Well, for all us neutrals, we'd love to see a third and deciding game. I think the home fans wouldn't like it at all. They want their men to win in 2 straight.
For sure they do, and I think for the final tomorrow it would be a great thing to have. You know, they've had 4 shots today, yeah, 4 chances of with the mixed doubles, the ladies doubles, ladies singles, and now this one. So
Thank you, coach.
It would be a shame to see them lose all 4 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, the 2 previous times that the World Championships have been staged here in Jakarta. First of all, in 1980, Indonesia won 11 medals, including 4 golds. And then in 1989, 6 medals, 2 silvers and 4 bronzes. And this is their last chance, and, as you say, for the fans to come to Istora Stadium. It would be wonderful to have home players.
Service over. 12-10.
Yeah, that was a better return of serve, wasn't it? In fact, it was nigh on perfect. Look at that. At the top of the tape. Slight deflection made it difficult for Hinder Sekiwan.
I think we're going to see Lee Yong-dae do this more and more as the game move on.
I know it's landed in.
Service over.
He could have played it. Thought it was going to go long.
11-12.
Oh, my
Service over.
But you saw on the
13,
before the previous
11.
rally here, we saw Lee Young-dae just nod in towards Yu Jung-sung and saying, "Come on."
Yeah.
And that could be one of the things with Yu Jung-sung. Sometimes, you know, his attitude, his eyes, it's small things we're talking about, but maybe he needs to show sometimes a bit more attitude, shows that he is there at all
Play,
times.
please.
He needs to show that not only towards Lee Young-dae, but certainly also towards the Indonesians.
Service over. 12-13.
You see Sergio Wan, you can never see on his face whether he's behind, is he leading, is he... What is the game situation? He's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's clever.
13.
And that is what we were talking about earlier. The defensive stance of the Koreans, sometimes so far back in court, they are vulnerable to that little drop shot.
Please.
Yeah, it was a nice change of pace. The power, then the, what you call the stick shots, and then the drop shot. 3 downward shots, 3 different pace.
13
I
all.
also have a sense now that the Indonesians are in the attack. They are mainly focusing on Yu Jung-sung, keeping the pressure on him.
Service
Move by Yu
over.
Jung-sung. He's turning around the defense, moving forward.
14-13.
I mean, it's so difficult sometimes for people to understand that return of serve, it looks as if it's sort of a nothing shot, but it was perfect. Because what do you do with it? What can you do with it? There's hardly any pace on it.
Exactly. And the Indonesians already agreed on that return, so they know exactly where to move. This is what you can do. Sometimes you can play, the cross or the straight with the deception, but the speed is so fast in this game, so it's extremely difficult to do so.
Yeah.
But this was a good example. This is going to be a tight one.
Missed it. Well, we talked all week about the sideways drift from left to right as we all look down on the court. That was hit with such power, I don't think the drift really came into it. I think he just missed it. So a 2-point cushion for the #1 seeds from Korea. That 3-point cushion.
You, shuttle? Yeah.
Slight discrepancy as to whether the shuttle should be changed or not.
Yeah, and sometimes even though the Indonesians know they're not going to change it, it still gives them, a few extra seconds to just get even more focused, maybe break the rhythm of the Koreans.
Service over. 15.
The French
17.
expression, nonchalant. Does it with looking as if he
Such
does.
elegance, such,
yeah.
It's a wonderful stroke.
Yeah, you are. You see, I'm expecting you to be fluent in French already. You've only been there a couple of months.
I still need some practice. That's for sure.
16, 17.
Well,
They're still in it now. It's
they're
too
clawing their
easy
way
for them.
back, yeah. And it can all change so quickly. This is the thing that you were saying earlier about men's doubles. Back level.
So look at the way that Sichuan is playing angles now. When he's playing these angles like this one, it's not easy. Anna-san can go for the kill.
You're right about focusing on their attack on Yu Young Sangfeng. Oh, it's all good. Well, there's no challenge on the front line. There's no Hawkeye on the double service line.
Wow, that's a crucial one.
There's no challenge. Only for the
Absolutely crucial.
There's no challenge. Can challenge? Yu Yang Song
Well,
challenge called
The umpire is raising his arm as if there's a challenge. There is no Hawkeye instant review. Here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, I thought that was short. I think they may have had a point there.
I agree with you.
Well, it says on the scoreboard, challenge. There is no challenge. What on earth is going on? At this crucial stage. It was called good by the line judge, whatever we think.
no decision. No decision.
Now the scoreboard says no decision. There is no decision because there's no instant review on the double service line, and the players should know that. So it is 18-17 to the Indonesians. Well, in the heat of the contest, it's awfully easy for an athlete to sort of get tied up in the emotion of it all and forget that there isn't a camera on that front service line.
Exactly, and you also see that maybe the player that is under the most stress in the court right now, and he is the one complaining. He is the one. Let's see if he's losing focus or not.
Yeah. Well, it's 4 straight points to go into the lead for the Indonesians. Oh, that's just wide.
Service over.
That missed by a whisker.
Oh.
Lee Yong-dae is trying to take the initiative on the serve, on the return. He knows he cannot be, if he's too soft, the Indonesians are going to go for it.
So, did they ever need a good serve right now, the Koreans? Wasn't very good either. Oh! Yeah, well, they were under pressure from the start because that low serve was so loose.
But you see how Hassan is changing the angle towards Yu Young-sung. First 2 times against Lee Yong-dae. Once again. And then changes. That angle is extremely difficult for Yu Young-sung to do. 2
points away from a place in the final.
He got a fault on the flick earlier, so I don't think he's
No, keep it short.
Oh,
that's good. So sharp. And it is 2 match point opportunities. 6 of the last 7 points won by the Indonesians.
I think Hassan has really raised his game towards this one. It's been a thrill to watch.
Oh.
That's
Service over.
You have to have courage.
19-20.
Brilliant move.
Yeah. 1 of the 2 match points has been saved. one more remains.
You're going to see Sechuan move 110% towards this short serve.
So would you flick him?
I would.
Oh, he's scored a fault!
Game.
Oh no! What a way for it to end. He did the right thing. We believed he should flick serve. But it was called a fault by the service judge. And therefore Indonesia have finalists at their home World Championships. 2 straight games, 21-17, 21-19 in 45 minutes. Well, it's great for the tournament that the Indonesians are through, but what a sad way for it to end.
There's no doubt that Indonesians had the luck in the end. That's how it is sometimes. They're at home. You see the relief on Hassan's face when they were just finishing off here. They know they have a really, really good shot at winning tomorrow. At home,
Well,
I also think the Koreans were a bit unlucky. I actually think that Yoo Young-sung, he did some, even though he was under pressure, he did some really good things at the end, and he wasn't rewarded.
no. Well, that sadly is sports. I seem to remember you losing in a semi-final by a single point, but I did promise not to mention that.
Thank you once again for reminding me.
Peter, I'm so sorry. It's been such a delight to have you here and have your insight into this. What a day it's been. It is literally over 12 hours for the 10 semi-finals. And what semi-finals we have had. But we've got all of the finals to look forward to tomorrow. And from the home fans' point of view, the delight that there will be Indonesians participating on finals day, and it is this pair, the former world champions Muhammad Hassan and Hendra Setiawan. Disappointment for Indonesia in the women's singles, in the mixed doubles and the women's doubles, but here is confirmation that Indonesia are through in the men's doubles. 21-17, 21-19 in 46 minutes of play. Well, as I say, it has been a thrilling day. The defending champions in the mixed doubles from China, they're safely through. The defending champions in both the women's singles and the men's singles, they're safely through to the final. History was made with the Danes in the women's doubles. Never before has Denmark had a women's doubles pair in the final. They've had 6 bronze medals, have Denmark in the women's doubles, but with Pedersen and Naruto Yule overcoming the Japanese pair in 2 straight games, they are confirmed at least a silver medal, but they will be going for gold. Chen Long, of course, the defending champion, well, very, very convincing against Kenta Momoto, the left-handed Japanese player. Then, of course, we had Lindoweni Fanatri, the home player in the women's singles. We were all terribly worried about her when she seemed to hurt her knee in the first game of her match against Saina Nehwal. Saina Nehwal coming through in 2 straight games, so we'll have the number 1 and the number 2 seeds playing against each other in the women's singles final. The defending champion, of course, Carolina Marin, needing 3 games against Sung Ji-hyun. Sung Ji-hyun, of course, becoming the first female player to emulate the parents and win a world championship medal. There is that match that I was talking about. Saina Nehwal safely through. Lee Chong-wei wasn't devastating against the number 2 seed, Jan Jorgensen. So, of course, we have a men's singles final that's a repeat of last year's final. It's a 4th consecutive final for Lee Chong-wei. In the men's doubles, well, it was an absolute thriller before the Chinese pair of Liu Xiaolong and Chu Sihan came through against Endo and Hawakawa. Quite frankly, I thought the defending champions and also Olympic champions Jiang Qing and Zhao Yunlei were just too good for the Indonesians, Meswari and Polly. And joy for Indonesia in the men's doubles with Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan. They will contest the final tomorrow. Finals tomorrow are a little bit later. That's 1300 local time, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's 0600 GMT. From all of us here in Jakarta, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.